Back to the dojo with you.
Hello, Line 4. I just finished these and then I'll show you these games. It's a tight setup up here because you're in the attic and there's nowhere really to sit, so I have to sit on an old fucking suitcase. But it is me. And thank you very much there for joining us, Magax, Clark, Des, Laundry, Ashling, Tom, Chalky Peanuts, Sky Pipes. Bit of an Anne Frank scenario tonight. Where is the... Oh yes, thank you very much there for the tip. I just heard Rhetoric coming through the mainframe at pace. And look what I found as well without its steelbook cover from last night.
Come on, baby. You know you're the girl of my dreams. Get your ass to Mars. Fuck you.
Wanty, thank you very much there for the tip, Wanty. Hard to keep abreast of the tips if there are. Oh yeah, 1 sec there. Gash in the attic, thank you very much as well. Have you seen the rap musical of Anne Frank called Slam Frank? I haven't.
So the attic is blue screen, guys. What was it? First and foremost, I have to say hello, Kikers. Hello, Kikers, for joining, and thank you for joining me. Thank you, Phil, for joining me on today, tonight, whatever time it is. Thank you very much. We'll be looking at some of the old physical media that I still have in boxes and bags. We have Time Crisis with the G-Con 45 by Namco, licensed by Namco, published by Namco.
Thank you very much there, Miss Lara Croft. Notion, thank you very much.
Thank you. And don't be cheeky.
Yeah, so this is not going to be a don't be cheeky stream. I know what you're getting at there. Anyone who might have watched from like 5 or 6 years ago will remember me saying, I just have to go into the Alpar's attic to find that tape because I don't have it. And yeah, it's a long story, but I mean, those kind of stories are 10 a penny now. Every day on the internet you see videos of, like, you know, people kicking off with each other and racism and all that. So I mean, it's not like it's going to be anything new, but it's a deep cut and it's on mini DV tape as well, so I'd have to digitize the fucking thing. I best just explain it anyway, but in 2006 I was in Dublin and I had this new video camera as well, and I saw some shit kicking off in a Sentra or a Mace. It was on Tara Street, I can't remember, but it was the first time I'd actually ever seen a confrontation between people regarding race, because in the West, you know, it's a homogenous scenario, or at least it was, so you'd never see any encounters. But at that time I had the camera rolling because we were filming some bullshit and like walking around the streets, and this fella was in the shop going, "Don't be cheeky," to the cashier, who was obviously foreign.
"Go back to your own bleeding country and be cheeky there, but don't be cheeky here, right?"
And so I remember, I think I said that because there was a fella in Shenmue about 6 years ago playing that who looked like him, or maybe sounded like him. The voice actor, I'm not sure. Attic Insulation SOS, thank you very much. And Notion. And Don't Be Cheeky. And Darren Mack, thank you very much. And Claire McGee. Very kindly, lads. Sorry about the burp there.
Okay.
And Joey the Lips, thanks very much. And Darmac, very, very kindly, lads. Big shout out to the 2 a.m. crew.
Just get me answers and fast. Now this is my ass on the line.
Noel Finn, thank you very much there. Your old lady's got woodworm. Really, maybe should have like some pallets or slats, wooden slats for the up here to put stuff on. But I really just balance all the boxes on joists. I also can maybe put in. Tell me what you think about this here. If I put on a bit of background, PlayStation background ambience, is it possible? Ooh, maybe it's not actually. Hang on. I might be able to do this. Be on a fucking infinite sound loop here if I don't get my act together. I think now Tom had this selected in one of his streams there from earlier on in the year. I'll put it on as a low. It's on low. That's why you always got to keep your eyes open. And watch your ass.
It was the finest.
And watch your ass. Why does he say it so suggestively like that, you know? And did the director not go, you're meant to be brothers, you know? That sounds a little bit like you might be getting with each other. The other Jeff, thank you very much for the tip. And JD Vance and Claire McGee, Geology PhD, thank you very much. Please give a shout out to a PhD you blessed 5 or 6 years ago. I cannot remember that, but I hope you got it. Platic in the Attic, thank you very much. And Cheeky Foreigner and Noel Finn. Your man was happy enough for him to be cheeky, but just so long as he was cheeky in his own place of birth, not in this place, you know. But as I said, you see all this stuff, it's just all over the shop nowadays, isn't it? So I mean, even if I was to go and look for a fucking mini DV cassette and hook it up to I used to have to get a Firewire to USB or to Thunderbolt or to fucking some adapter, because I don't even have the input on the PC for a Firewire. Thank you very much, Pats. Was the dub fella telling behind the counter in the shop telling him not to be cheeky because he had his arse out twerking all over the gaff? There wasn't any twerking. This goes back to before twerks probably was even invented. I don't know. I live in Zurich now because of your vid. Well, that wasn't my video now. That was that Connor Williams fella. But thanks very much, and I hope you're having a nice time there. Very clean and very expensive, even though I was never there. So we'll get on with this anyways. It is late, but what can you do? Do you know, if it was any earlier, I'd probably be getting on the Fallout. Is the sound okay with the little the music in the background, or shall I knock that off? Or I was hoping the music might mitigate the crunch. It's good. Okay, good stuff. The good thing being back at the gaff here is they have beers as well, so I'm just going to have a cheeky one with it.
That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Thanks very much there, lads. Gobbles and Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. What about Atticus Finch? And Hammerhead, thank you very much. So we made this very cool film with Sharon Stone, and we have Arnold in the bed. We had to rehearse this scene many times, and not many times you can wake up. Not many men can say they wake up in the bed with Sharon Stone, right? Exactly. Shame I can't find the case for that. Maybe I'll come across it here, I'm not sure. This is an empty rifle slug from a gun I fired in Poland about 10 years ago. And I can't really remember it much. I shot the rifle at the range, and then a Dragunov rifle, a Desert Eagle, a Glock, a shotgun. I think that's it. I think the first smartphone I ever had was the HTC Desire S. It has no phone inside it, I don't think. No. So pretty useless. Before that, it was just about this Nokia, which has lost its back. But I'd say if you found the charger for it, it would still have some good stuff. Pretty boring stuff though. We need to get into the meat and potatoes here, the meat and veg, should I say. And I have brought up a pocket full of Duracells to see if I can get the Game Boy working. Or have I? Oh, fuck. Might have to go back downstairs to get that. But The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is still in it. Still to complete it. I'd say my save file is on it. Hopefully it's there. This would have been 1995, I think. Or around that time. And I don't know if I have any Game Boy games. Game Boy! Around left. This was probably the only one left, but I mean, it was the first ever Zelda game I'd ever played, and it just sat there for a while because it's too hard for me, really, like, you know. Compared to all the other shit I used to play, the game is stuck inside the console. The good thing is I didn't leave any batteries inside it because the batteries would have leaked. Just don't know how this is stuck in. I'm a bit worried that something has got inside there. Power switch is on. The power button, power switch. Turn on the console. There's no batteries in it, lads. Did you not hear me? Oh, I mean, it's not going to work. I need to go downstairs and get the batteries for it. Could just do a stream like this where I'm playing a fucking Game Boy. I'll have to come back up with a head torch so you can see the screen there. And I don't even think then, what with 720p resolution on this stream, you're going to really even see the graphics anyway. It would have to be like a fucking... You'd need to be streaming in like 1440, 2K. But this would fit. I remember this would fit in your fucking pocket, even though it looks too chunky to do that. I remember bringing it to work and going off and playing it in the jacks. There's nothing better than playing fucking Zelda and knowing you were getting paid. It sounds okay. The game has come out now, so that's fine. The power switch would not prevent the game from coming out, no? Oh, it would! That's what you're on about! How have I never known that? That makes everything... I was trying to force the fucking thing. That's why these cartridges were shaped like that. So that's something new. I bet you I knew that, but I'd just forgotten about it. It's been so long. I mean, we're talking analog dreams here, you know? This isn't like... You know, this is what's fucking beautiful about this. It's just physical media, it's there. And they had to think about all this stuff, you know? People fucking ripping the game out while it's playing. That's not good. So you have to come up with this idea here. And I wonder... Does that register on the stream with the very little lighting that we have here? Can you even really see that? But I get you now, lads. And sorry for telling you to pipe down about that power button, because I thought that you meant turn it on. Now, I'll get the batteries for that and we'll see if we can get that working. Just have another slug here of this brew. I might as well just drink it all. There's a bit in left anyway. Please be careful. Thank you very much there. Please be careful. Who's telling me the power switch locks the game in, and hardware time. Thank you very much there for the tip there. Hardware. Handheld gaming device. Game Boy. Asbestos Nights. Welcome to Asbestos. But I genuinely don't think that it's an asbestos situation up here. Let's just hope let's hope that's okay. The lunchbox. I was telling you about this, and unfortunately I'm not the best at keeping components together, so I think maybe I might have mislaid a couple of the contents of this. But it's a nice piece nonetheless. The bobblehead was in another part of the attic here, in another bag, so I'll just pop that back in. Yeah, it's just fiberglass, which is still dodge. Like, you don't want to be fucking in fiberglass down the back of your jumper or whatever. If the disc isn't in here, it will be in like one of those disc wallets that I have. Oh, it's here. In the toilet downstairs. It reeks! Thank you very much there for the tip. Darren Mack, very, very kind of you. What's the drink of choice tonight? The beer in the fridge that they had here was a Star O'Pramen. The Pramen of the Star. A 660ml job. Don't really go on the drink on a Wednesday night at midnight, but I mean, when you're doing a stream up in the attic, you might need it. That's just your Vault Dweller. It's just your instruction booklet. No map, no other like fancy dancy stuff. There was a fucking booklet of artwork, and it's not there. There's the making of CD or a DVD. Let's put the Bobble Boy in there, and that there. So if I track down the artwork book, I'd say it's grand, and the artwork book is somewhere here, I'd say. Not there, anyways. Put this here. What's the chance of the Game Boy working? I think it's going to work, you know. Because, like, it's been kept in a nice, dry, safe little place. This is Metal Gear Solid. Do you know, I was looking forward to the instruction booklet of Metal Gear Solid, which has the Yoji Shinkawa artwork of the characters inside as well. Now this is something I never fucking played, but it's, you know, heralded as one of the greatest games ever made. I just couldn't get into it because, you know, like I was saying, I'm not into goblins and stuff, and I know that they're not goblins in this, but they are they're munchkins, really, you know? So I wasn't into that, and the other thing is I don't like turn-based games where you take a turn and then you wait till you get attacked and then it's your turn, you know? But this is the Platinum edition of Final Fantasy VII, and yeah, maybe I'll have a look at it and play it on stream, but I don't think I will actually, do you know? It's a big maybe, and it's one of those maybes that means I won't, do you know? I might, I might, no. Just say no. Just be honest. But this to me was just pure class. Purchased in Smith's Toys Claremorris. I rang the day before it came out, told them to hold it, asked them to hold it, and the original Smith's Toys, which, you know, Smith's has become a big thing, and it's sad to see now that original shop, because it was a toy shop, but it was like a proper fucking shop in the front, do you know, a newsagent's, where you could get your papers, drinks, bars, all that stuff, and then down the back there was the toy store, and now it's become a big deal. And you go into Claremorris, I thought something like that should be preserved. In my opinion, they should have kept. Who even never took over the lease? I think it's empty now. There should be like, you know, like a plaque on the front that says this is the original toy shop. But I mean, maybe Smith's as a company hasn't reached that level of success. I think it's a successful enough company to have its fucking plaque on its thing, Claremorris. I could be wrong. There might be some people who are residents there who are actually you're wrong. It's not really. It was just like blah blah blah. But I think it was. Thank you very much there, B. Donahue, for your tip. Just been to see Christy Moore in Dublin, doing well for 80. Very nice, and thank you very much for the tip there. So yeah, Metal Gear, the artwork. Yeah, disc 1, disc 2. Obviously, couldn't fit the whole fucking thing. Oh, now this is interesting. This isn't even mine. I shouldn't really be showing this in case my old friend says I want that back. This is the Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty demo, which was released. I think you had to buy a fucking game called Zone of the Enders on PS2. I didn't have the PS. Well, he did. And then when I first got the PS2, he was like, "Oh, I have the game the demo if you want it." So it's all in Japanese. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, all in Japanese, everything up until the point where you fight Olga. And interesting stuff. Forgot I had that. And hopefully this news won't reach him. Hopefully he doesn't watch it. And I'm not a thief. It was a loan of a disc that was never asked back for. But look at the quality of these discs. Oh, I did so well. I really made sure that these never got loaned out or anything, you know. The artwork on the disc is nice there. That's Liquid Snake, I think. And then there you have Solid Snake. Disc 1. PAL region. Sorry there if I'm missing you. Cactus. Thank you very much. No chance of Half-Life 2 on the original Xbox. Not at all, no. I only first played that about 5 or 6 years ago on the stream, and I had a great time playing it. It just is like a pace. If pace was a game, it's Half-Life 2. It just keeps going and going and going, and like the next... It doesn't leave you hanging at all, like, you know. Look at this. Like, what is Metal Gear? The original version of Metal Gear first went on sale in 1987. This game was born from the notion that fighting alone does not make a game. Advance whilst hiding from your enemy. So yeah, they're giving us this bit of lore at the beginning, the little history page, because it's a lot to really take in if you're a newbie to this. Like when it first came out, I knew nothing that this was part of a franchise or series, and you know, there's a lot of story to it, but it was so
so class and new, and like the idea of like you're infiltrating a stealth base was so good that it didn't even matter to me that they were referencing all this shit from the past, like, you know, all these characters like Big Boss. You have to the terrorists are demanding you hand over the remains of Big Boss. It's like, it didn't really matter to me that I didn't even know any of that shit, like, you know. And also you had like the little lore dump that you could have gone into of the Colonel talking to Snake on the submarine. But they give you all this shit here, like Outer Heaven, Zanzibar, the beginning of the 21st century, blah blah blah. Let's just cut to the chase here. Thank you very much for the tip there, Michael Bobo and McPhail, Stevie McPhail. I hope you factored all this gold into your home insurance. I don't know. I'd have to ask them. Might not even get through the whole fucking... Like, I just pulled this stuff out from the side. But there's still maybe more stuff out in boxes there that I can't really dig out just yet. But I mean, yeah, so that's that. Now this is what I was on about. They have this like little centerfold. Do you know? It's nice. This is the part of the stream where I actually get interested and engrossed in it and forget that I'm streaming and stop talking. So I need to remember to keep the show on the road there and keep talking. And then you've got your characters. Look at all this stuff here. The Genome Soldiers. Not ranked in order of intelligence. Probably the doziest. Then a little bit harder. Then similar enough, and then harder. The hardest, but still dozy. Ninja, Big Boss himself. So that's Naked Snake. What's all this? More fucking lore, and like, look at how small the text is to fit in all the lore. And then the fake names of the acting cast who didn't want the unions to know that they were doing a job, so they used a pseudonym. Solid Snake, as we all know, is David Hayter, is credited as Sean Barker. Abby Discs, thank you very much. Will you be doing a GTA stream when it's eventually out? Of course. Thanks for the tip. And he spends his days reminiscing. Thank you very much for the tip. He spends his days in an attic looking through old games that he has, reminiscing about his times in the PlayStation. What do you know about his times on the PlayStation? Zero. And unfortunately, the console, the game collection really only just stretches back as far as that, because my SNES, my Master System would have been traded in for the SNES. The SNES would have been traded in to get funds for the PlayStation, even though PlayStation was a gift at the time. Oh no, SNES got stolen. I think that's how I got the Game Boy, because the insurance couldn't give me a SNES back, but they could give us a Game Boy back. And they gave me it with a Donkey Kong game, which had a yellow... The case of the game was yellow. Thank you very much, Brainschlug. Are we looking for the Don't Be Cheeky DVD? Well, I'm not looking for it. It's not a DVD. It's a mini DV tape cassette. So I'm not looking for it, but I not yet. I just wanted to show the games, what I have. So that was a disappointment in 2008. I think I have a problem whereby I have the game in a disc wallet somewhere. Or maybe even in the console back at the gaff. What's the date on it? Look. This is the 12th of June 2008 in Castlebar. And it was 59.99, 60 euros. Do you know, if you had the inflation, or you adjust it for inflation, it's probably, it could be more than what it is now, because I'd be giving out about the prices of games now, but I mean, probably is like on par with it, if not more. But I feel as though the series, for me, it had been 10 years after the first release of, Metal Gear Solid. 10 years between these two. And after playing Snake Eater then, I thought that was class and everything, but when waiting for this, I just thought, where can they really go? And not where can they go, I felt as though the same way I do feel about a lot of other stuff, is that it can never ever replicate the feeling and excitement and mystery and charm of when you first get something new, that happens with music and anything that is a series, really, sometimes I feel as though stuff is best left on its own in one place, but I understand that the people want to make money, and so if people want to make money, they want to make money, but sometimes you can't beat it, like when it's just crystallized in time. It belongs to a place in time, and they never, even though the technology got better, the actual whole production and the thing never was as good or exciting as the beginning. That might be a shit way of looking at things, and you might think, well, you're wrong there, and that's a boring way of approaching stuff, but it is the way it is. Thank you very much for the tip there, Brap Zanigan. Very, very kind of you. Let me have a little look there and see what's beyond. I thought this was the game sack, but it isn't. This has got like fucking books, old school books, and stuff in it. Doing your own research. Look, you're a gamer. You've heard of research. Project management. Boring stuff. Get this fucking thing out with it. Thank you very much there. The Spectrum 128K and Sligo Spiders. Thank you very much for the tip there. It says, you better get me my attic nostalgia tonight. So, yeah, I didn't want it to be a nostalgia buzz. I just wanted to show you what I was packing in the attic, This is, so I said to you, this came out, the advert was shit hot. I looked for it on YouTube earlier, I couldn't find it. But I don't know if you remember the advert for it. It featured a fella who was just in his jocks in a room alone, playing Time Crisis, shooting it at home. I played it in the arcade in 1996 or 1997, and when I saw the advert on telly that this was coming out for the PlayStation, it was like, this, I have to have it, but it never really replicated the fun you'd get in the arcade. But the box looked class in the record shop in Ballina on that Hill Street. Still can't remember what the name of it was, but it's the same place I got Radiohead's OK Computer on cassette. And maybe a Green Day cassette as well at the time. So I was still using cassettes in the Walkman at this time. The Time Crisis box set was expensive, so I had to really wait for a year until I could manage to scramble together pocket money to go and get it. And there's the game itself is in with all the other PlayStation games, so I need to get that and put it back. But this is the Joy-Con or the Namcon or the Gun-Con. It worked well. That's your hide button, and then you release. Not as good, and it didn't recoil. You didn't have that force feedback of the recoil, which is a shame, really. But I mean, you'd have to really. You probably could have got a better gun. There's probably guns like that you could get on the market that give you the recoil, but this was you weren't gonna get that for 60 or 50 pounds or whatever it was punts. This is before the euro even. PAL Namco, maybe give it a go for stream. Somebody was saying that you can't play it on an LCD telly. You'd have to have like a CRT, I think. Couldn't tell you. Thank you very much RoboCop on the Spectrum. Thank you very much there. Load up RoboCop on the Spectrum, you're saying. Did they make a pedal version? I'm not sure. Head the ball, I'm not sure. You do need a CRT, people are telling me there. Thank you very much for reminding me or letting me know about that. So this is Vice City, but I bought it on PC for the crack, just because it was in like a sale for a few euro. Just because, and I never even played it. Like, I just played it on the PlayStation, you know. But when I was in, I don't know, I finished school or whatever, I saw this, it's like, I don't know, maybe a tenner on sale or less. So I just picked it up. Maybe I was working in the shop at that stage, where I could get discount on games. Allow anyone to steal my work on the Vice City virus. But what I thought was class was just like the box and the art. Do you know? Better even the PlayStation. Look at this. Used to love the Grand Theft Auto games had maps and these class posters that were cheeky. Where you could put them up and be like, oh, it's just fucking Grand Theft Auto, man, you know? But look at that map. That was such a big job, like, at the time. Such a big deal. And you think about it now, like, what that's going to be for GTA 6. Like, this is just, like, fucking nothing. I'd say GTA 6 is meant to be, like, 4 or 5 times bigger than GTA 5, even. Thanks for the tips there, lads. I'll just get to you in a moment there. I just want to show you the bits and pieces here. Yeah, so it was always like, you'd have the map and then you'd have bit of cheeky stuff on the other side. And you could put that up and then turn it around maybe if you wanted to. Put on the map and then put that up on other dimes, you know. This is better than the PlayStation. This is well better than the PlayStation booklet, I think. A lot of cool stuff. Another sleeve there for something. I don't know what was in it though. Lance Vance. Danny Dyer is the voice of a fella in the nightclub. Remember, I used to enjoy just going into the nightclub and throwing a grenade on the dance floor. Fuck ye. I'm sure everyone did. So the best thing about this game was that you could just go on rampages. Like, even the first one on PS1, we'd just spend ages around my mates going on fucking rampages. Never playing the actual game. And we'd be like, yeah, that's a great rampage. I'm going to do a better rampage now. Pure maniac stuff. Attic Antics, thank you very much. And Siphon Filter, thank you very much. And Higgins Isn't Simple. Congratulations there on your news. Higgins Isn't Simple. And hopefully everything goes well with you on that. And we can maybe move on there. Brap Zanigan, thank you very much for the tip. And Brainslug. And I think I've managed to catch up there. A few tips came through. I didn't have you. Need to keep a little pile going at the side here. Kent Paul, that's it. Kent Paul was the name of the Danny Dyer character. What happened to these guys? Sold out software. PC CD-ROM software which had been discounted, like, you know, the best they could come up with, and then you got like sold out versions of these games. What's this? Oh no way, there's like, are these the birds of Red Alert? The birds of Red Alert 3? How is that poster in the box for fucking Command and Conquer 2? A Red Alert 2. Graham North, thank you very much. And Noel Finn, Thank you very much for the information about the fact that you can get light guns that work on modern TVs. Sounds good. You got one with recoil. That's, yeah, handy enough. I put that one away. That's why you always gotta keep your eyes open. And watch your ass. I just wanted... The fucking annoying thing about these is I could never fold them properly. But you know, I don't want to ruin it. Because it's a great piece. It's a fantastic piece. Red Alert 2. You know what it's about. Look at this. Didn't really like the game much, but look at the box art. It's pretty good. Includes a playable demo of Devil May Cry. I remember getting this one a month after 9/11. 9/11 had happened, and at this stage of the game, the Americans were bombing the Tora Bora Mountains, thinking Bin Laden was trapped inside a mountain. Now, I've told you my opinions on the whole 9/11 thing. You know where I stand on it. But as for Bin Laden, I don't understand why they would give the cunt a fucking sea burial. Because why would they do that? Why would they not prove to everyone? He was the justification of going over to, justified their war on terror, going over and doing all this other stuff. Thanks for the tip. I'll have a look now in a second and say thank you. But why would they fucking dump it? I don't think they got him. And even the photographs of him in the gaff playing the PlayStation or watching the IT crowd or whatever it was, you can't really tell that's him. So like, when they found Saddam Hussein in 2003, the first thing they did was get the pictures and the photographs out. So why would they not get the fucking pictures out for Bin Laden 9/11? And don't give me that, oh, they didn't want to put him on a pedestal and make, a martyr out of him and all that. What a load of hogwash. Something not right about that anyway. Oh, but that's for another day. That's for another day. Thank you very much there for the tip. Alan Qaeda and Mr. Glynn. Thank you very much there. Very, very kind of you. Sorry, I just need to make sure I'm putting the right stuff into a pile here so I don't lose track of everything. Sorry, just having a swig. I just want to see if there's a receipt. Oh yeah. Faded as fuck. Because I'm actually interested in seeing... I know it was a Castlebar purchase, but... from what store is the question. You bring a light on that. No, you'd need daylight, and you'd need like a fucking magnifying glass or something like that. I can see like a faint etching or print. The game itself, bit of a letdown, in fairness. And even when I played it on stream, it was worse than how I'd remembered it. It started the whole earthenware vase thing, which has become a synonym for whenever I'm stuck and I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. And a Tuesday night. Thank you very much, James. You're in the attic looking through shite. Always had the memories when you go up the attic getting the Christmas tree. Yeah, they're over there, man. There's like fucking 3... I don't know why. There's 4 Christmas trees up here. Why do they have 4 Christmas trees? And it's chilly up here, but it's actually preferable because the heat in the house, I don't know how they do it. Like, it's so fucking hot. It's like a sauna. And, but it is what it is, like, if that's the way because that's the way it goes. Tiger Woods not really interested in this. Don't know why I have it. I mean, I liked the PGA Tour and all that, but I just wasn't as big into the golfing games as I was as the soccer games. San Andreas, spent a lot of time on that and absolutely clocked it in no time, in a ridiculous amount of time. Just like not seeing anyone or doing anything, like taking days off of school or college or whatever just to play it that kind of way, you know. Pure addict buzz, like. But a better map than the one that we had there, Vice City. Obviously a lot bigger as well. Thanks very much there, Dara, for the tip. And thanks very much, James, again, for the tip there. What game do you have the most hours in? In terms of ever, I'd say if you... Maybe it would have been Championship Manager. That was just silly amount of hours. Or maybe Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, I remember having such an amount of hours clocked up that it was embarrassing. And I was trying... I think your mates could see, if you were friends with someone on PlayStation, they could see how long you put into it. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. But it was a thing. I think I started a new account because I was so embarrassed. Because it was going into like... maybe it was like fucking nearly 2 weeks. Stupid stuff, really, you know. By the time you managed to open up the map here and get up to Vig, it was so big, like, that it was just, there's so much still left of the San Andreas map that I haven't seen. All this countryside stuff, it was a bit, not much going on. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't like having to feed CG or, any of that stuff, and that he got fat and then you were caring about his looks and all that. To be honest, as class as this game was, it was where I began to think, yeah, it's it's fucking massive and everything. They did a great job, but like, again, the same thing with Metal Gear. It's not capturing the same feeling as the first two. So there's people that are hyped about this whole GTA 6, but they're gonna have to fucking pull it out the bag. Because for me, do you know, like cramming all the like dialogue in when you're on journeys and stuff like that, and just superfluous character bullshit, like about characters that you weren't. Am I meant to be interested in the dialogue between the characters? It worked actually between the CJ and his Grove Street companions, because I was really interested in that sort of gangster world, like, Dr. Dre and Tupac Shakur, Ice Cube, even though that's not Ice Cube, but the characters were based, you could tell by the look of them, they were based on real gangster rappers. So I did like that. I liked the fact that they could do... Well, you could do drive-bys in Grand Theft Auto 3, but they really did... The drive-bys in this looked fucking class-like, because you'd have a gang of lads just hanging out with Uzis out the back of the car. So it really did look like a class situation. But when GTA 3 came out and you could do drive-bys in that, I just thought, fucking class. Unreal, like. Something simple, but so effective. And yet again, we're stuck here trying to fold up a map and not fuck it up because, you want to keep these things preserved. So I don't want to waste a lot of time with this stream just folding up stuff, but I am doing that, and it's the usual shit with, yeah, it's cool, bit scratched. Everyone has that. Everyone has it. It's not like it's a collector's edition. I'm more happy that I still have this in like mint condition, They jumped the shark, thank you very much. And Owen Morg and Sophistics, thank you very much there. I'm praying there's a copy of Abe's Odyssey in there. I never got into that little fucking Abe creature. What is he like? Is he a fucking frog or is he a frog or a toad, or what is he like? I mean, what's his deal? I just didn't like the look of him, but maybe I'll give it a go on the stream and see how it gets on. People are relentlessly tipping and saying to me we play Dino Crisis, so I have it here. I just remember, again, it didn't live up to the Resident Evil. There was like a lot of inventory mixing up medicine and fucking... Someone was, you know, you needed to use blood thinner on someone. I was like, oh, fuck this. Just, wait, what's happening? Like, it wasn't as scary as The Mansion. What a mansion! But it looks class. And I might need to just give it a reappraisal. Using the mods. There's like a mod you can get for the PC version. The same way you can get the mods for Resident Evil. So might be worth a go, like, at some stage. Darren, thank you very, very much, man. Very, very kind of you. And Harry Carey, the homemaker. That's a Harry Carey bag. Yeah, do you remember? Harry Carey. You need help. You need Harry. I'm not sure. There must be Harry Carey this side of the border. Unless they went up north to get that. You'll go to Harry Carey. You'll make sure of it. Now, I don't know how I have this. I've never played it. Quake 3 Revolution. Thank you very much there. They jumped the shark and Harry Carey. 9 out of 10. And the disc isn't even in it. It's just Hitman Contracts for PS2. I can't even remember how I came across this at all. When I first got the PlayStation 2, it was a fantastic day, and it was 9/11. Was 9/11? Has 9/11 happened yet? No, I got the PlayStation 2 just before 9/11, a few weeks before, and I got the Gran Turismo, as my mates called it, Gran Turismo, and I said, it's called Gran Turismo, man. And he'd be going, I call it Gran Turismo. That's the PS2 I got, Gran Turismo A-Spec bundle. And you also got this thrown in. I got that again from Smith's Toys, Claremorris, the original shop that had a fucking newsagents in the front. None of your fancy schmancy big store bollocks. This was a real meat and potato scenario. And what's this? Wow. So I didn't get it. I did not. I've just told you a fucking lie. I got this the 19th of September 2001 in Smith's Claremorris. This was obviously after 9/11. So how... Must have just forgotten about it. $44.99. I was working after school and on weekends in a Londis, so I'd managed to squirrel away the money to buy all this shit, like, you know. And that's great how that receipt still has its ink on it. So if you're going to keep your receipts, don't keep them inside the booklets, because I think they might end up like wearing down the ink on the fucking receipt. Keep them face up. But that's in great nick, great condition. Unfortunately, it's such a popular, everyone sort of had a kind of game that I don't think it would fetch much. I don't think much of this stuff would fetch much, to be honest. Not that I'm looking to sell it, but you never know, in the future it could be a situation. This looks stupid. Ultimate Cheats for Metal Gear Solid. I think maybe I bought it on... What a waste of fucking money. Oh, God. Electronics Boutique, Henry Street, Dublin. 2002, the 17th. Yeah. January, February, March, April. So this was... 17th of April would have been a month after the release. Because I know to myself I wouldn't have bought a cheat disc at the same time as buying Metal Gear Solid 2. I would have gone, I don't want to cheat, I want to play the game. But after a month I would have bought it, like, you know. What did it offer you? That's the question. Infinite ammo. Have body armor. Unlimited rations. Have stealth device. A big letdown, and for the price of what? €24.99. Give it a miss. If I could go back in time, I'd say keep that money. It's a waste of money. I have Half-Life 2 on PC, on disc, even though I got it on fucking Steam or something there 5-6 years ago. If I'd have known that, I would have just got this. Handy out. Thank you very much to Metal Gear Casual and James and Glyn and Luigi's Mansion 2. Thank you very much. Okay, great stuff. And yeah, we're still rolling. The stream is still rolling. Unlimited rashers. That was fucking rubbish, that cheat disc. They kind of made a third with that VR one. That's what I'm looking for as well. I think I actually went and bought Metal Gear 3 Subsistence on, again, another staff discount purchase. I hope I have it, because I've never played it. There are like missions in it called Snake Tales, and Snake can fucking go skateboarding or some shit like that. Couldn't have paid much for Half-Life 2 on Steam. Nah, it wasn't. Not at all. Alex, or what was it called? That was the VR version, I think. Is that Tomb Raider music? Nigel, it's like a playlist of PS2 music, so I don't know what it is, but it could well be. So I thought it was fitting for this. I mean, Tommy Schlug had that music for one of his streams there about 6 months ago, and it's just kind of worked out well that I'm looking at the PS2 stuff. Might have to come back to this, because I'm spending too much time talking shit about this stuff that isn't really that important, like, you know. Now, these games were just a bit of crack at Christmas. You know, you wouldn't ask for them, and you were just lucky to get anything at Christmas, really, you know. So you get them, and you'd be like, "Oh, thanks very much," and play it, and then just completely forget about it. Like, can't really remember anything other than that. It was a good first-person shooter, and you could play split screen, which was stupid because you just had to rely on the good faith of whoever you were playing against to not look at your screen. So, Agent Under Fire, probably underwhelming. Maybe some good set pieces. EA Games, of course, big money involved. So it was James Bond, a good franchise. It was always going to have set pieces, but largely didn't really make forgettable and didn't make a big impact on the gaming world. Do you know? As is the way with a lot of stuff that is like, we're going to turn this movie into a game. This was my first taste of Hitman, even though it says GameStop $4.99 used. Maybe I didn't get it. No, this isn't my first taste of Hitman. I had Hitman Blood Money. No. Did I have this? Doesn't make sense, because I remember buying this. It says GameStop there, but I bought this. Oh, yeah. I bought it originally. My birthday money in fucking Extravision in Castlebar, and I thought, I didn't like it, can I return it? So I tried to return it, and lo and behold, they let me do it within like a few days. Even though it's a good game, you know, bear with me. So I returned it and got The Thing. Do you know, like, they'd released a game version of John Carpenter's The Thing. And then years later, when, you know, you had money and you saw something for $4.99, then you'd fucking just buy it, like, you know? So $4.99, and it's a great game. It's Hitman, you know what it's about. This is just, you know, really, really, real good memories of this game. The summer of 2002, Ireland were playing Korea-Japan World Cup, and this game was out. It was just brilliant. You had the beach. Saving Private Ryan, the video game, basically. Don't worry about the disc. It's in one of the wallets. I have a game, like a wallet of like game discs. But it was on PC for a year, I think, before they released it on PS2. I was very jealous about the fact that, you know, you could play a Saving Private Ryan situation. And I just didn't have a PC to play, or the PC that I had was the family PC. It wouldn't have been able to run it. I was happy enough with Championship Manager. Computer games! Thank you very much, Anguish Panda. And thank you very much, Hitman Fade. And Unlimited Rashers. Thank you very much. Remember when you gave yourself a fade? I do, yeah, it was a bad idea. But you live and you learn, don't you? You don't do that sort of shit after. You don't try to cut your own hair. Oh my god, this looks rubbish. We haven't even got to the PlayStation. Yeah, maybe we'll just go back in time. Because there's still PlayStation 3 games up here, and then Nintendo Wii games. But this is fucking... Oh no! Maybe it's good. How did it get 9 out of 10? Why do I think this is rubbish? It could be fucking rubbish. Conflict Desert Storm. Who's the maker? SCI. A stunning job. 9 out of 10 by P2 Magazine. You're the best trained, the best equipped Special Forces squad in the world. You've been deployed deep behind enemy lines, where the training conditions are barbaric. You will seek, locate, and destroy the enemy, while creating havoc and confusion against insane odds. I have a few bios here. Check out the bios. Fucking heavy weapon specialist, team leader, sniper and combat engineer. That might be funny. What do I can't even remember playing it. Was it even my game? Was it a game that someone just gave to me and I didn't even play it? Because you think, if someone's literally, you're going to give me a game, are you? You know it's going to be shit. No one will give you a game. Abu Ghraib the game. There might be a bit of... what do you say, propaganda. I mean, I suppose there's an argument to be made. It's all propaganda, like, you know. But it will be blocky. Look at this. Splinter Cell. Games World. Pre-owned $34.99. Games World. I don't even remember a shop called Games World. It's all there. It's all ready to go anyways. PS Vita Metal Gear Solid HD Collection 2 and 3. I have the cartridge somewhere else. The PS Vita was a letdown. If I could go back in time, I'd say don't bother with it. I wouldn't buy it. But you can mod it now, so it's probably a real good mod unit. I have a PSP up here somewhere. And I think I've just spied something. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've just spied Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which is very, very good news for me, because it's a game I would like to have and to own. No, it's not. It's Prince of Persia Trilogy on the PlayStation. Still not bad, but not what I was in the market for there. All 3 games, never... I think I played maybe one of them. I think I might have got this as a gift for someone and it's ended up here. Thank you very much for the tip there, Captain Sack. Parents were always terrified about anyone going into the attic in case they stepped on the insulation and came through the roof. Unreal Game Collection. Thank you very much. Just a normal sort of game collection, like, you know, and not even well kept. I'm sure there's people who do a real good job of making sure that they've got everything all well kept. Like, I'm opening box after box and there's no game, and it's shocking. It is shocking stuff. But this was bought alongside Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on Platinum sometime around October 2003. Have we a receipt? Have we got the receipt?
Zhivago on Shop Street in Galway. No, not there. Oh yeah, yes. Oh. Yet again, don't keep your receipts inside the fucking booklet, because this is the second time now. Zhivago, Sound and Vision. See, I like the dates and the prices, and I like to see that I bought this in conjunction with something else. I spent €61. The amount of fucking money spent on games. But there was fuck all to do. And it was pissing down, and it was like now, do you know, like, there's nothing to fucking do. Do you know? Go all the way to Galway to buy this, and then that would do me for like months, like. You'll go to heaven. Rake of PS1 stuff. Oh fucking hell. I've never played it. I got this as a gift. And obviously whoever it was that I got never was arse playing it either, but the disc isn't there. Fucking annoyed that the discs aren't in these fucking boxes. At the Races presents Gallop Racer 9 to 4. Experience the rush. If you have a need for speed and excitement, then At the Races presents Gallop Racer is a gaming experience not to be missed. Over 3,000 horses and 32 fantastic race courses. I wonder if they have Leopardstown or Fairyhouse. Racing management mixed with the thrill of the win. Be the perfect punter. Boost your funds with the in-game gambling feature. Breed stock. Train horses. And manage your stable. Take the racing tutorial to enhance your chance of victory. Tackle every aspect of the sport of kings, from breeding and training to riding and betting on the winner. You'll feel the wind in your face and the burn in your legs when you're amongst the stampede of horses racing towards the finish line, and there's only one room for a winner. Crazy days, huh? Crazy fucking 9 to 4 days. Zoo Digital Publishing. Maybe one for a stream. One of the days. You just put that there. It's getting on now. It's 1 a.m. But like, look, it is what it is. I don't think it would really make you into a gambling addict. That like, it probably just like put you off it more than anything. I don't know how it even got popular enough. But then it must be good. Like, people want it. People like horses. Do you know, there's a lot of people who love horses out there. So, you know, it's not that too much of a stretch to think that they wouldn't mind playing a game of it. Captain Sack, thank you very much. Anguish Panda, the Hitman Fade, just in case I missed anyone there.
Please be careful.
Please be careful. Dar Mac, 9 to 4. Thank you very much for the tip. Very, very kind of you. You're saying there to play it on stream and then ye can bet on it. I don't want to facilitate any gambling or promote that, you know. It's all about clean living. It's all about being the best version of yourself you can be. Okay. Fucking Wednesday night in the attic, man. Computer games! The PS2 haul starts here, and the PS1 haul. Look at this. There's a PS2. You want a PS2? There's a fucking PS2 for you there. Slim. Not the original. The original bad boy I got from Claire Morris is in the box there. This was an upgrade. It's got Vice City in it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Scratched to the hilt. This game, I got this before it was meant to even be allowed to be on sale. Because I think
Again, another record shop, an independent retailer, not a fucking chain. We're talking the record shop in Sligo, where it's like on that street. Do you know, there's I think there's a chemist or a pharmacy called Higgins. It might even be called Francis Higgins, but I don't think it's called that now. And then you go around, I don't know the name of the street. It's before you go down a hill, and there's like a little area. Nowadays there's a vape shop. I was there a few weeks ago. There's a vape shop, and then you go around the corner, and there's like this. There's a record shop that has an upstairs bit, and up there anyway. I think we were on like a fucking college. We were going to Sligo IT with the school to like see the fucking college. They were like, you know, it's one of these open days where you go there and you see what you can do. But like we didn't give a fuck. Like the gang of us, we would just go in there to get away from school for the day, and then we ended up going to the pub. I don't even know how we got served, because none of us were of age. I won't name the pub, but the big twist in the tale was that Vice City was on sale. In this shop, they must have had a copy of it, but they didn't know that it shouldn't have been on sale for another few days. So I brought the box to the cashier, and I said, "What's the story? This is not on sale yet?" And he goes, "No, you can buy it now." So I had no money. One of my mates, I had to ask if he could lend me the fucking money, and then so I was playing Vice City before even anyone was playing it, and I was in the West, you know. I doubt there was even people in Dublin that maybe had even got their hands on it at that stage, or even in the UK, like, you know. But I was, and fair play to him that day as well. Great times, good times. Put that there. 2 memory cards, 1 megabyte. I don't know why I wrote my name on that. I wrote my name on the fucking memory card, like. Don't know why I did that. Thank you very much for the tip there, Wanty. I have to sleep, but great stream. Thanks very much for tuning in. And Sister Middle or Srimiddle 90, thank you very much. Will you play the new Fable when it comes out? I'd have to play the originals. I never played them. But if it's a new one, then maybe that would be a good introduction to the series. Thank you very much for the tip, though.
Thank you.
Was that a PlayStation 1 memory card you're telling me inside that? I don't know. This is a PlayStation 2. Like, would the PS2 take a PS1 memory card? Maybe it did, because it was backwards compatible, so you could use your PS1 memory card in it. And this was a third-party max memory, 16 megabyte memory card, which would give you double the allotted. I think 8 megabytes was what you got for PS2, and maybe 1 megabyte was, yeah, I remember this now, because I got this in, it's called New Gen, and I got this when I got Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation, which I had to get my parents, I was too young to buy it. I wasn't allowed to buy the fucking game because it was like a 15 rated game or something like that, so just begged and pleaded, or pled, wherever the fucking word is, to have that game, and they caved in. The good thing is you can just fucking wear them down, do you know, by just saying, please. You know, they knew really, I suppose, at that stage that it was a good idea to buy them. What the fuck is this? This is a disc, a DVD rewritable external disc drive. Handy piece of kit. Handy piece of kit. Yeah, USB enabled. That can read. It can read and it can write. It's very literate. Oh my god. Just as I was telling you about, this is up there for me with Metal Gear Solid, in terms of like how special that the case and the game and the artwork and everything is to me, you know. Thank you very much there, by the way, for the tip, Captain Sack, and Charlie Pie, and James. Thank you very much. That Heineken box makes me want to drink the PS2 games. I didn't even notice that it was Heineken box. The Higgins Pharmacy is still there in the shop. It's called the Record Room. That's it, Charlie. Can you stream off the older consoles directly, or do you have to go to newer console and backwards compatible or PC? You can do everything you want, really, as long as you have the right peripherals, like the right HDMI to whatever input. Like the PlayStation one, I don't have the right peripherals, because you go out from the console to HDMI for that, you know. But because of emulation and the way emulators make it all easier now, and then you can upscale the graphics so that it's like it looks as you're playing it as you remember it. Because if I was to play this just direct from console now in its original state, it would be too blocky for me, like, you know. I did that 5-6 years ago. Maybe one of the first streams I did was Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation, and it did look shit, like, you know. In my opinion, it had aged so much, even though I still loved it and everything. It was at times very frustrating. But I really liked how you got two scenarios like that. That to me really was like them thinking about the game. I'm going to change them over because I think Leon should be in 1 and then Claire should be in 2. That was Resident Evil or Capcom thinking of the gamer and going, well, let's give them this game and then let's make it so that you do all these different scenarios. I wonder how they came about with that idea, because like you're basically doing double the game. I mean, you're going through all the same areas, but I mean it just is different parts of the story. But to get this, the summer of 1998 World Cup, FIFA World Cup, at the same time was on. So I really remember playing this while the World Cup was on. Fucking hell, quality stuff. It wasn't the first World Cup. I can remember '94. But I can remember Ray Houghton scoring and like Dad going yes, and I don't remember many other games from it, like, you know, other than that one. But '98, the World Cup came out, and that I remember it all, like, you know. And that game between Argentina and Holland and Bergkamp's goal, fucking hell, like, I can't believe that he scored that goal then in that match at that particular time, and also he scored that other goal in the Premiership against Newcastle where he did that thing. Like, did he know what he was doing there? Like, I knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. We knew what he was doing. But did even he know that it was going to turn out like that? To have actually had his back to the defender and then flicked it around and then gone around and then slotted in. Never see anything like. I haven't seen a goal like that since. And I don't think I've seen a goal. The first touch against Argentina. That I was watching that game and playing this at half time. And then watch the second half, and then I go and watch this, play this after it again. So it was a big deal, pretty big deal if you ask me. Let me have a little look here. Put the torch on again. First, there was a disaster at the mansion. Umbrella Corp developed the T-virus, a mutagenic toxin for use in biological weapons. After breaking loose, living things mutated into all sorts of decaying creatures. The case was eventually closed, but Umbrella's experiments were far from over. And I remember hearing about it. I remember seeing there was a show on Tina G months before, and I was in school, and it was showing you Resident Evil, like clips from it. And I was thinking, oh man, this fucking looks deadly. Like, love to have that, you know. But they wouldn't let me have it. They wouldn't let me have those games at that stage. But I fucking worked. I ground them down and they gave me it in the end. That's the sleeve that should be on Metal Gear 4. Mark Overmars. Wow. I don't know if I'll go. There's still like another big sack of PS2 before I even get into this. Another 9/11 scenario. Post 9/11. It's mad to think that 9/11 happened and all these class games came out in the same year. It was like, these were life-changing events all just happening at once. For me anyways. Like, this is the big life changer. Do you know, the world unleashed. The big 3D world. Final realization. Cheats. Oh, I've even got cheats written down on the back of a fucking... to cover that number there. I don't know how I have this, or... Cool Mine Carpet Showrooms, Declan McCahey. Cool Mine Industrial Estate in Clonsilla. I don't know how or why I have this. But I have the cheats to the fucking game written down on the back of it on the business card. Yeah, in summary, 2001, a year of contrast. More cheats. You're going to tell more cheats? Flying car, man. Do you want to get a fucking flying car in GTA? Fucking full armor. Destroy all cars. No wanted level. Better driving cheat. Talk about fucking shit cheats. All you wanted really was all weapons and fucking full armor. That's it. Why would you want no wanted level? The best part of the game was that the cops were chasing you could just slaughter them. Fuck's that. Hopefully there's no private info on that. Why is that like the Red Cow Moran Hotel, Dublin? A list of guests and room numbers. Why is that? What the fuck? I wasn't even living in fucking Dublin. What are you on about? Like, how did I get this? Literally a list of guests and their room numbers. In the Red Cow Moran Hotel in Dublin. And then cheats for Grand Theft Auto 3. Are you doing a bit of stalking? How bizarre. How bizarre. Oh. And here's your receipt right here. Game. This was 27th of October 2001. In game. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think I might have to leave it and come back to this, lads, because it's getting late, and also I need to go to the Jacks, and there's too many games. All I'm doing is just talking fucking shite about fucking games. Like, the same thing I do be doing even if I'm streaming. But, like, this could go on. When I look at the amount of games here, and that there's another box, and then there's another bag full of fucking shit there, and like, there's just too much. Yeah, I think we'll leave it. We'll resume again maybe tomorrow night, because it has to be at night. I can't do this during the day. Like, thank you very much, Higgins Enemy List and Mr. and Mrs. Pace Work. How long have we been streaming here? It's been an hour and a half already anyway, so it's probably given you enough to fall asleep, like, probably bored the arse out of you to fall asleep, so at least that's something, isn't it? Thank you very much, James Anonymous, for the tip. Thank you very much, Higgins Enemy List, Mr. and Mrs. Pacework, very, very kind of you. Captain Sack and Charlie Pie. Very, very kind of you, lads. Yeah, I'll put the batteries in the Game Boy and maybe do a Game Boy, try and get that on the stream, but with like a higher quality bit rate or a resolution, because right now it's not good. It ain't good. There's your Time Crisis. Which will go inside that G-Con book. I got that. Metal Gear Solid Special Missions. Because I couldn't get enough of it. I was like, I need to see what this fucking thing is. I know it's not a proper game. It's just a load of VR missions, you know? Electronics Boutique. There was an Electronics Boutique in Castlebar. I think they might have merged into a new game company and become a different game company. But look at this. Fuck. Fade to Black. All I can remember is that was out on my work on the G-Virus. That was out on like a console before even PlayStation. And it looked good, like, but it didn't really play great, I don't think. Maybe it's worth something. Maybe it's worth a look on stream on an emulator. Thank you very much there, Gretch Misa Boogie. Thank you very much. You might have spotted an amp up here. There isn't one. There's like an acoustic guitar amp, but it's not like a Misa Boogie. If that's what a Misa Boogie is. Thank you very much, Wendy, for the tip. And Verhoeven Blue Screen. This has been the Blue Screen, great Blue Screen quick stream, but we will come back again, and hopefully soon enough we might even get Sharon Stone up in the attic for the next stream. We're going to look for all the rest of these games, and we might even get Sharon Stone. And not a lot of people can say, not a lot of gamers can say that, right? So we'll talk to you later on. Good night, and all the best, and we'll see you in the next edition of Looking at Shite in the Box in the Attic. And thank you very much there. Do you love it? Yes! Thank you very much. We'll talk to you later.
Yidip, 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 yidip.